LPU Laguna over the past 13 years has really sought to play a part in building a school with strongest ties with industry. What seems to work is that as we build closer ties with industry, we try to learn from what industry is doing. And by developing a stronger internship program across all the courses, we feel that we are building stronger graduates who have more skills attuned to industry. I think that is the key salient point of the past 13 years.
Lyceum changed a lot. It used to be just one building, like 2 buildings and this connecting bridge. But now it has another building and another one at the other side.
During my time, so probably it's 8 years ago, Lyceum is a nobody. We are underdogs. But you have to look around and say, this is not an underdog school. We don't have the same building, we don't have a gym before, but the drive is there, the drive, the thirst to learn, the want to be somebody that can look up and say that I did my best for 4 years.
The place is very solemn and the place is very conducive. I can say conducive to learning.
Yung environment, nakatutulong po siya sa pag-aaral natin, sa pagre-review. Lalo na po yung library natin, sobrang tahimik. Then, ang sarap pong mag-review doon.
The good thing about Lyceum is that we have our own base hospital. Unlike other schools, they don't have their own base hospital, so they have to have affiliations, they have to have memorandum with other hospitals in order to train the students in the clinical aspects of nursing, radtech, medtech, and pharmacy. The advantage of Lyceum is that we have that. We have our own hospital.
LPU Laguna at 13 years can be considered as a relatively young institution, but I think our student achievements can already attest to our consistent quest for growth and excellence.
Every year, we have a very good lineup of students who are actually achieving much in the industry and making their names in the industry.
We've had 2 Ugandan graduates already. We have graduated some Nigerians, and I've been getting calls from their country, from some schools, asking for ways to come here in order to study.
So they put you through the ringer in the sense of you're learning something every single day, 5 days a week, maybe even 6, and then there's times where we take break. It gives you a chance to cool down your brain and actually get to know your students, know your teachers, and relate to them.
Since we have a very familiar environment, okay, we treat each other as a family. Okay, they call each other ate or kuya. Okay, they call their seniors ate and kuya. So it's something that we can be proud of.
Sometimes I forget I'm not actually a Filipino, you know. The students are really friendly.
Once na you became a Lycean po, it's considered as family.
Pag nasa room po kami, student po yung tingin sa amin. Pero pag nasa labas po, pwede po kami mag-share or mag-open sa kanila.
Kahit po from different college, kahit hindi lang po heads, kahit po iba't ibang college, we unite po talaga.
Well, LPU Laguna has been around for 13 years, and that's still a very short amount of time compared to other competitors within the Region 4 area. Many schools have already established a foothold.
Being a very young school, there is a very personal touch. Because of that, we are able to attend to their needs in a more personal manner.
I definitely think that the level of education here is more than what you'd get in the States because they have the level of care that the teachers put into the students.
Common framework for all of them is outcomes-based education. So in trying to be certified internationally, we will have to ensure that our students would be able to have the skills, the outcomes where they can compete internationally.
Students are also willing to join us in the venture of opening a school that is international in nature. We want our high school graduates to be at par with other high school graduates in the world. We're also preparing them for the K-12 because The K-12 is the way to go in as far as globalization is concerned.
9 out of 10 LPU Laguna graduates are employed within 1 year after graduation.
Most of our students have a very easy time finding their job. Actually, right now we have 90% of employment rate, and my dream is to have that 100% next year.
I think this can really attest to the growth and the dynamicism of our school and its staff. And also, I really think that it couldn't have been done without the quality of our students.
I always envision my student to be a competitor. I always envision my students, our students, to be globally competitive. And it's actually been showcased by some of our students.
My first job, I applied for a quality assurance officer, and then after 2 months, I was promoted into a line engineer. I've been promoted 4 times.
2 years? I started as a management trainee, then I became assistant restaurant manager 3.
I developed applications together with the Philippines team, and I worked with the US team as well in India.
One thing that we can be proud of here in Lyceum, Laguna is our more integrated leadership training program.
Definitely may leadership and communication skills develop here in Lyceum.
Binigyan niyo po ako ng opportunity na makatulong sa ibang tao, hindi lang po sa Lyceans, pati na rin po sa outside Calabarzonenses.
Eventually, LPU Laguna graduates will not just be, ordinary employees in their respective companies, but become leaders and shakers and movers in their own right. And so we hope that with the relevant degrees, with the relevant skills, real education that matters, if you like, these are some of the things that we hope that the LPU Laguna graduate will bring to the workplace.
What I learned in Lyceum when I was a student here is that you don't have to be spoon-fed. You have to have the drive. A brilliant mind is nothing without a heart who's willing to change.
Our future students or our students here will actually experience industry-based standards so that when they go to the industry, they won't be shocked. It's always an industry learning experience here at Lyceum Laguna.
Yung mga natututunan kong mga theories sa kanila, hindi lang po yung mismong theory yung nalalaman ko. Paano ko po siya i-apply kapag nagtrabaho na po kami, tsaka po yung experience na rin po, syempre.
Kahit saan mo kami dalhin na field, kahit saan man yan, kaya at kaya namin maging the best sa sarili namin at sa ibang tao.
When you graduate from and 5 years down the line, you would be proud of, because you're just like, I went to that school. People are like, oh, I heard it, I know that school.
I'm really so proud of Lyceum.
Malaki ang naitulong ng Lyceum kung ano ako ngayon at kung nasaan ako ngayon.
At the end of the day, it's really having all the necessary skills that are really in demand in the workplace. And the workplace here is identified not merely as Calabarzon area, not really just the Philippines, but as I mentioned, ASEAN 2015 and even beyond ASEAN. We are not merely building graduates who will just be mere ordinary employees, but they will be able to go through the ladder of success and become managers, entrepreneurs, and leaders in their own right.